Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh, we have so grown in numbers since the last time I actually filmed, and I am so grateful for all our new subscribers. As in, people make me feel so loved. As in, what? I shall not be crying so much. So today I want to do a reaction, or I want to be reacting to a video I saw. It's a combination of two videos really. So one was when ADAEZE'S, she's a YouTuber, was talking about her thinking of tying her tubes, and the second one was when she was doing a vlog about saying giving her husband male children. So the male children vlog is a reply to the somebody's comment, or a group of people's comments, or comments she has heard over a number of years, I think, or over a number of her YouTubing career. And this boils down to two important things, which I feel that by God's grace, every woman would experience. And that is the ability to have children and take care of your children and watch them grow and excel in life and reap the fruits of your labor. That's my prayer for every person watching this video. So, but at the same time, as I'm praying that prayer for everybody, because be fruitful and multiply, the Bible says, the Bible did not say be fruitful and multiply and kill yourself, or be fruitful and multiply and make people suffer. So that is my first notion. First of all, my number one belief is that the only people that determine the number of children that a couple should have should be the couple. So meaning that if you are not the husband and wife in the relationship, it is none of your business the number of children the couple have. I put it in brackets as per the two people in the marriage, the two people that are actually producing the child or the children are the people that determine the number of children they have. So if wife says she wants 7 and husband say they want 2, or he wants 2, it is wife and husband that say this is the number of pickings, number of omode, number of tiny human beings that we shall have. It is not a subscriber's job. It is not a mother-in-law's job. It's not a father-in-law's job. It's not the sisters or uncles or brothers. Nope. It is the couple. I don't know. In case you don't know me of couple, it is the two people that shall be having the pickings, children, child, in case you want one. Now, I'll explain the situation that happened. So this subscriber says, oh, that first of all, that ADAEZE should not tie her womb, that she should try to have one more child. Okay, you want me to have one more child? Are you going to drop the school fees? Are you going to come and help me shout when I tell the child to close the door and the child does not close the door? Are you the one that's going to check the child's assignments? Because apparently people think that raising a child is just money. Yeah, it is a lot of money to raise a child to go to school. Especially if God will help you, you want the child to school abroad, do first degree, do masters. If your child say they want to do PhD, or yours is your case, or if you say you have a medical doctor as a child who wants to school outside the country, especially with the exchange rates now, you are thinking of some millions. In fact, not some, a lot of millions. Now, God will bless your 2 children say, mommy, is medicine I want. Hey, international school fees, if you do not have your children abroad, you can add that one times 545 today. Now, remember that those children are 0 to 1 year old, or I don't know how old the children are today. So they have not even reached that age. I hope things improve in Nigeria and the exchange rate drops. But I always say people look at the trend. So if the trend becomes worse, that means the money you might have today is not going to cover the fees. So why more children? But anybody can advise you. Everybody has a right to share opinions, but you need to be cautious when you share those opinions. But I tell people that it's not only money you need, you also need energy. I always tell people that as a child, I can remember definitely my parents paid for my fees to get to where I am today. But it was not only my fees. I remember when my dad would have to do like timetable for my lesson teachers, and my mom would have to make sure that my notes were complete, because as a young child I was not really a serious student, and my mom would have to even drive me to my friend's house to collect notes. And right now I can reflect on the embarrassment that my mom felt. And then I knew that my mom was embarrassed to go to somebody's house and be like, your own child has complete notes, my own does not have. But at that time, I won't say I did not care, but I was less, I don't know what the feeling was, but it wasn't that deep then. Now, as I really understand the embarrassment, and I'm like, I wish my parents did not have to go through that. Though they went through it, and I'm a better human being today, but I wish they didn't have to go through that. So imagine all those pains. Imagine when the child is sick, when my mom will have to sleep in the hospital with me. You also have to do that for every child. You can't just say, oh, I only do that for the first two. The third one, because I only had because of advice, I will not be so connected to you. It's your flesh and blood. You are always going to be connected to that child. So money is not just the only thing. The emotional, I want to call it trauma, but the emotional connection as well. Everything that child does, you are just so connected to it. So when my dad talks to me about certain topics which I don't like him talking to me about, I kind of now understand why. So that's when I feel lazy. So I understand I'm trying to lose some weight, as in in the morning when I wake up and I feel like I'm not ready to work, I look at it as oh, I'm doing this not just for me but also for my family, as in I don't want them to worry about my health. I don't want them to worry about other things. So I stand up, I'm like, oh, Ebon, at least go for your work. Try and do your work. Try and do what you need to do. I tell people that those are other aspects of raising a child that people do not know about, as in it's not just about the money. So if you suggest that I have child number 3, are you going to come and replace the motherhood gene for me? As in, will you come and be the child's mother? The answer is no. I'm the one that's still going to go through all this stress. I'm still the one that's going to be thinking of how to be waking up in the night when it's time for potty training. Because I'm very sure that her 2 children are currently potty trained. So at her age, when she wants to be sleeping all through the night, she would not be waking up when the child is 2 years old to go and potty train. Now, that was not even my problem. My problem was not the advising to have a third child. Anybody can give advice. Some people like plenty children. My problem came when the person said the sex of the child. Now, the person said, so you can have a male child. Okay. So my first question is that if she doesn't have a male child the 3rd time, should she try again? Okay. Let's say she tries again because of this male child. If she doesn't have a male child the 4th time, she should try again. So, I don't know how old she is. I assume she's maybe maximum 30. As in, I'm sorry, I don't like to guess people's ages, but I feel she's married for 10 years or thereabouts. It sounds like she's married for 10 years. If she's married for 10 years and she got married maybe when she was 20. Let me say 20. I don't know when she got married. Let's say she's 30. So she would get pregnant. So let's say she tries to get pregnant. In the next 1 year, she gets pregnant. Then she has the baby. So let's say in 2 years, she has the first one. It's not a girl, then she's 32. And it's not a boy, then she's 32. Then she tries again the 4th time. Then she's 30. Or she tries to win that baby. So another 1 year. Then she's 33. She tries to try again. And then by 35, she has the other one. And it's not a boy. So she now has 4 girls. So by the time she's 35, the first child is 3, 4. And then she's trying to do potty training. So a 35-year-old woman will be waking up every night. And then when she does that one, she's still considering for the 4th child though. So by the time she's 39, she'll start again winning another child. That's if she's not even pregnant for the male child that you're hoping that she would have. Because if she needs a male child because she needs to help her husband's ego. Help her husband's ego. Who is the ego helping? Hey God. As in, who is the ego helping? What is my business with his ego? If his ego cannot be, I don't know, cannot be sized up with the 2 children he has. Brother, we need to go and get needle and pin or arrow and bow to battle with this ego, because I don't understand what the ego is doing for anybody. As in, so because of a particular sex, I should have another child. Not have another child because when you have 3 children, they bond even better. No. Not because when you have 3 children, you see them playing around, is interesting. No. Not so you can increase the number of grandchildren you have. No. No. Not because no. Because you want a particular sex. Why is one sex superior to the other? Why is boy better than girl? As in, if there were only male children in the world, or if it was only man that existed, how would the next generation happen? Because men can't carry children. And if it was only women children that existed, how would the next generation exist? Because who will impregnate the women? I don't know. So people that have only girl children, don't they have kids? Or I don't know. This is the way people will tell you that when you have a child via CS, it's not normal delivery, or you are not a mother. That's how weird it sounds. So when you have a girl child, you should keep on trying to have a boy. You hardly hear people say when you have boys, keep on trying to have a girl. No, that one is a rare situation. If you hear that, it's like 1 in 10,000. No, hardly. I've heard that once anyway, where a mother-in-law told her mother, you have eaten all the female children in your womb after the woman had 2 sons. I'm like, so, and this is also an Igbo family. So, in this case, who is the ego for? We just need to learn how to be more cautious. Even if you've had that kind of personal experience before, are you wishing the same experience on her? By telling her, oh, I don't get. We need to be more cautious about how we talk to people. We need to be more cautious about what we say. There are sensitive topics that you need to walk on eggshells when you are discussing with people. You are a subscriber, so you definitely know that she didn't even have her children. Like, I got married on day 1, 9 months later or a year later, I had my first child. No. So you knew it took her some time. I think you should know that if you're a subscriber, because as far as you have been watching her videos. So you don't even know whether currently she has even been trying. I'm not saying she has been trying, but you don't even know whether currently she has been trying and nothing is happening. You have no idea. As in, just be sensitive. Just be... I don't know whether the word is think before you talk or think before you write. Just be sensitive. As in, just take 1 second and be like, okay, before I say this out, I'm actually going to consider if it was me that was told this, given I was in the same person's situation. I think a lot of human beings need to learn the act of empathy, where you can understand the emotions of somebody else, even though you are not in the person's shoes. Because if you learn how to do that, life will be a much, much better place. Anyway, that's just my own comment on this video. As in, people, please, just learn to apply more caution when you talk to other people. I get that you might have been coming from a loving place. You want her to be married for 50 years more. No problem. But she never told you that one of her marital problems was that she cannot give her husband a male child. She never said that the sex of the child she was having or the sex of her children was a topic of discussion in her marital home. She has never said that. And even if she has said it, and see, there's still a way you will say that will not make it seem as if, no, life is about to end. Anyway, the weather is changing. If you have noticed, the brightness of it started and now has reduced. I think the beautiful rain is about to pour in the beautiful country where I live. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, if you have not subscribed, as in, what are you waiting for? It's a beautiful red button. Click it, and when you click it, you will see all. click all, because you want to know when I drop those videos that will pepper you both in your tummy and in your heart. Anyway, I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.